Tuesday brought more graphic and emotional testimony about the violent deaths of two Georgia corrections officers. It was day 2 in the murder trial for Donnie Rowe. He's one of 2 prison inmates accused of killing Curtis Billue and Christopher Monica aboard a prison bus in Putnam County. Molly Jett was in the courtroom all day and recaps what happens.
Billy Ralston, a convicted child molester, was the 15th witness for the prosecution against Donnie Rowe, but he was the first to explain how Donnie Rowe and another inmate killed Curtis Billue and Christopher Monica. Ralston said he was sitting 3 seats away from the cage on the prison bus that separated the 30-plus inmates from the 2 guards. Donnie Rowe was a couple of seats away. During the 2-hour ride, he says he saw Rowe and Ricky DeBose use a pin to get out of their handcuffs, mess with the gate to the front of the bus, and talk about overpowering the guards.
Well, they was just bending over talking to one another like they were whispering. I did see Mr. Rowe take his belly chains though and wrap them around his hand.
Then Ralston says Rowe went through the gate while Monica was sleeping.
Officer Monica was laid back like he was resting. When Mr. Rowe went up through the gate, he startled Officer Monica and he woke back up and said, "Hey, what are you doing?" And at that time, Mr. Rowe just started beating him with the chains that he had wrapped around his fist, and he knocked him down by the stairs there by the door. Mr. DeBose grabbed one of the pistol cases. He finally got the gun out, and as Mr. Rowe was fighting with Mr. Monica over by the door, Mr. DeBose just unloaded a lot of rounds into Officer Monica.
Ralston said other prisoners on the bus didn't know what Rowe and DeBose had planned.
We were all terrified. We didn't know what they had planned. He was all covered in blood from head to toe.
Then he said the 2 inmates escaped the bus. DeBose was out first, and then he said, "Come on, come on." Rowe then took a pistol box and followed.
A lot of the guys had already moved seats because they knew something bad was going to happen. And I had actually got up and tried to move back too, and there was no more seats.
Defense lawyer Frank Hogue questioned whether he was confident in his memory on something that happened more than 4 years ago. Ralston said prosecutors didn't promise him anything in exchange for testifying. He said he was there on his own for his own reason. In Eatonton, Molly Jett, 13 WMAZ News.
And the case is scheduled to continue tomorrow. The state is expected to continue calling more witnesses.